Kenny B here with the official call. And to my left or to my right, depending upon what your screen is doing, we got the Birdman, Robert Bird, my co-host, and we are here to talk about it. Birdman, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Had a busy day today, but feeling good. Ready to dive into some of the things that are going to be happening over this weekend. Got some interesting fights.
Yes, we do got some interesting fights, and the first fight that we can start out with, and before we get started, callers, fans, we want you to know that you can call in and join us at any time. The description will tell you exactly what to do if you're doing coming for fans that has been with us. You know exactly what to do to call in and join us.
That's
We
it.
would
Yeah,
love
like.
to have you.
Yeah, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Comment
Exactly,
and
Birdman.
subscribe.
Yes, yes. Don't hesitate to hit that like button. So, so we're going to start out first, Birdman, with a main event that will be coming up with two lady fighters, and I'm gonna tell you this: uh, I like them both. Matter of fact, when I went on and watched the fight, uh, Caroline Dubois is 13-0-1. She's a southpaw, and she fought Terry Harper 16-2-2 with 6 KOs. And I'm gonna tell you this, Birdman. The first 3 or 4 rounds, I'm not gonna say they were hard to score, but it was like a chess match. It, it, it wasn't like they were out there throwing big bombs, trying to create and make something happen right away. They were patient. They were, you know, carefully using the jab the way they should use the jab, looking for an opening. Like I said, it was like a chess match.
Mhm.
And for me, the fight didn't start picking up till it got into the fifth, sixth round. And at that point in time, they were exchanging.
Yeah,
It got real.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I thought it was just a very, very tactical fight in the first rounds, feeling each other out. Not a whole lot of blows landed, really. Uh,
Yeah.
but you're right. Second half of the fight, Harper uh, got dropped in round six,
Round
uh,
six.
and it was something that was interesting about that is that we always tell fighters when they score a knockdown to go to the corner that we send them to, and
Yeah.
in this fight, the fighter really was engaged in some conduct that really could have taken away their advantage because they didn't go to the corner. They stayed there. And matter of fact, at the beginning of the next round, the referee called time and cautioned her and told her, look, you know, you got to go to the corner and stay there until I call you out, which is another good point that we tell fighters, go to that corner and stay in that corner until we call you out. Otherwise, what you're going to do is get that person down more time to recover. And so that was
Yes.
an interesting thing in here. But I agree with you, Kenny. I think that's when the fight turned. After that
Yeah.
knockout, she became very uh, uh, Dubois became much more aggressive, and they took it right on to the end. Now that last round, pretty doggone competitive, because I
Yes.
think that probably Harper knew that she might be behind, and she came out fighting that way. So, but
Yes.
yeah, but was a good, very competitive fight in the second half.
Yeah, yeah. In the second half, the pace did pick up. And if I can add a note to what you said about the bit of celebration that Dubois was doing on the knockdown, referee also has the opportunity between the rounds to go over and mention to uh, Dubois about, not staying in her neutral corner because,
Yeah,
like you said, it's going to give your opponent more time to recover.
right.
And,
And
and
and and when you, if you've been fortunate enough to score that knockdown, you don't want to take, you want to do nothing to diminish that. You
that's
know,
exactly right.
so it's
That's
very very important, very very important point. That's why we
yeah,
tell them in the dressing room, you know, and sometimes, like you said, when they don't do what they're supposed to do, go to the corner and say, hey, don't don't hurt yourself, okay,
yeah,
because that's what you'd be doing.
yeah, exactly. But,
Yeah,
but, but then again, that last round was a good, it was an exciting round, but I think it was very clear to the judges. Matter of fact, their scoring indicated that it was a unanimous decision,
mm,
uh, 98-91 by two of the judges, and the third judge had it 97-92, which I thought was a pretty fair scoring because, again, those early rounds were close. They could have teeter-tottered either way.
yeah,
But then, like you said, like I said, the second half of the fight, you could see Dubois picking up the pace, and then after the knockdown, it was pretty obvious that
yeah, yeah,
Carolina was doing her thing
yeah,
effectively, and I'm sure she won the majority of the later rounds in the second half of the fight.
yeah. Well, that brings us up to, she called out Alicia.
Yes,
Yeah. And by the way, people, this is the official call. Please, you can call in, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can join the conversation right now. The information is down there in the description. Well, I'm going to tell you, Alicia Baumgartner is no joke.
right.
Miss Baumgartner, she's a bad lady. So
Yes, sir.
uh, Dubois called her out after the fight. Now, I guess that's what most women in that weight class, the target is Bumgardner because she's
Yeah,
sort of the class of that particular weight class. So uh, I don't know. I think that just based upon what I saw in this fight, uh, she would have to be a lot more competitive in a fight against Bumgardner because Bumgardner comes to fight.
yeah. Yeah, and the thing about Bumgarner, I did a little research on her, and uh, I think that her toolbox has a variety of styles in which she can fight at. We
Hmm.
know she can bring it anytime she wants,
Yeah, yeah.
uh, but um, depending upon your opponent, if you have to take a step back, and I don't mean in fighting, I'm talking about mentally now, to analyze your opponent.
Hmm.
The the term that's used in the first or second round when fighters are hooked up for the first time is measuring, just
Hmm.
checking your opponent out to see what they got.
Yeah,
So you don't really go out there and take the risk of getting a little too careless early and getting shot with an earlier shot because you know as well as I do, Birdman, we've seen opponents get hit with one shot and it changes their whole chemistry.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It just does because
Hmm.
they're trying to clear their heads. They don't want to get hit with that shot again. Now they're going to even be more cautious and looking at well, we've talked about Bumgarner, Alicia before in the past, and she comes with it, and the same thing with Dubois. I've seen her. of some fights where she uh, came in throwing. She may not have the same kind of punch Bumgarner has, but I've seen her in fights where she's shown no fear.
Mm-hmm.
She'll mix it up
Yeah.
if the opportunity is and the timing is right.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, I think this is going to be a very a good match to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, if I
Yeah.
had to call it,
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably go back to my old way of flipping that coin. But but I'm not going to say that the coin has Bumgarner on both sides.
Yeah. Well said, Kenny. Well said. But you know, and I never make any predictions on fights,
Yeah,
but just based upon the backgrounds of both,
yes,
I would say that Dubois challenging Bumgarner would be a competitive fight.
yeah,
If there was one would lean one way or the other, it would probably lean toward Bumgarner simply because what you said. You know, she seems to have just about every tool available in her toolbox, and
yeah,
uh, and that's been shown. But
yeah,
that hasn't been shown with Dubois. So, if
right,
anything, you know, I think one would tend, based upon that, to lean toward Bumgarner.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
And
remember,
also,
folks, you go ahead.
when we want to talk about Dubois' history, now she was back in her day an Olympian, and I don't mean Olympian in the big Olympics. I'm talking about in the young Olympics. I didn't even know they had a young Olympics, but apparently
Hmm.
she did well there. But then in the 2020 Tokyo Games, uh, 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 Caroline got to the quarterfinals
Mm-hmm.
of the Olympics before she got knocked
Okay.
out.
All right. Yeah.
I don't mean literally knocked out, but
Yeah.
got
Right.
eliminated from the
Mm-hmm.
from the tournament. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anytime you can make an Olympic team, it says you have some talent,
that's
and
right.
there's no question about that because now she's a WBO world champion.
Yeah,
So obviously, her pedigree was there all along, and now it'll be tested again. It'll be a test against
yeah.
Bumgarner. 'Cause Bumgarner, she ain't no joke. She ain't
She's
no
no
joke.
joke. She's
That
only
girl can
got
fight.
Yeah, but she's only got one loss. It was a split decision against Christina Leonard Dalton,
Yeah.
uh, and they haven't fought a second fight yet. But from what I read, Bumgardner is not ducking her. She wants the opportunity to avenge that loss.
Well, yeah, and I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with it. If somebody beats me, I want to go back and beat them and let them know that it wasn't luck, you know, or that it was luck. Either way
yeah,
you want to look at it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah, it we talking about a good showdown between them two
Hmm.
when it happens.
Yeah. Well,
So
now there was another fight, heavyweight, and you know we don't have a whole lot of them lately, but uh, this one had some meaning because uh, whoever wins this fight probably would be in line for another money fight. I would call it. You know, uh, yeah, yeah. We're talking about a guy that was once, you know, heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder,
yes,
and a guy that has fought some of the very best heavyweights out there in Chisora. Um, and the is a the common opponent would be uh, um, Wilder fought Chisora and beat him back in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, Fury fought Chisora
Yeah,
in 2022 and won, and now their common opponent would be Wilder fighting Chisora this
yeah,
time around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Wilder and Chisora, they just fought last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and first I just want to go over the tale of the tape and remind our fans what we got here in reference to Chisora and Wilder. When it comes to age, Chisora is 42
Mm.
and Wilder is 40. When it comes to weight, we got 266.7 for Chisora and for Wilder 226.4. And other than the weight being a discrepancy where Wilder was giving up give or take around 40 pounds in height, Wilder gets it back because he's 6'7", and Chisora is 6'2", and then also Wilder it has an 83-inch reach, and Chisora has a 74-inch reach.
Mm-hmm.
And as I watched the fight, uh, uh, I do want to make note because Wilder, uh, for the most part, kind of sandblasted the referee. He talked about how the rabbit punches and he should never referee again. You know, we've heard this from Wilder before.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wilder is a good talent. Um, he won the fight on a split decision,
Yeah.
and as I reviewed it, Birdman, and Wilder, you might want to review it. I saw stuff happening both ways. There
Yeah.
was rabbit punches from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when I saw Wilder holding his opponent's head down, trying to set him up for a punch. And so, but it was a difficult fight, in my opinion.
Yeah,
For
messy.
the
It was a messy fight.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
messy fight. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Um, and the ultimate for me, Birdman, and you can give your take, was apparently there was a knockdown that was ruled a slip, and Wilder was the one that went down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of funny in a way that it looked like when he got hit, he twisted and then went down. Well, the referee just ruled it a slip.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I don't know if they got instant replay in London, but it would have been a perfect time to have it because when the fight ended, it was a split decision. The second judge that went for Wilder had it 115, 113. If that knockdown had been scored a knockdown,
Mm-hmm.
the fight ultimately could have ended up a draw.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why in the state of Nevada, we got instant replay.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you were part of that team.
Yeah. Yep.
How did you see
Absolutely.
it, Birdman?
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was a messy fight.
Yeah,
A really, really messy fight.
yes,
And I mean, both of them had their moments. I have to give them credit. They both
yes,
had their moment. They both landed some really hard, clean shots.
yes,
Uh, uh, both of them showed an extraordinarily strong jaw because they got hit. You know,
yes,
a lot of them punches, hard punches, landed. So both of them showed that they had a good jaw. But
yeah,
it was a messy fight. Now,
yeah,
uh, uh, the bottom line is this. when you have a messy fight, it's usually, if you have a competent referee in there, what they're going to do is, if there's no decided advantage gained by either fighter, they're going to let it play out.
They're gonna
They're
let
just
it
going to let
play
the
out.
fight. They're just going to let the fight go, and let it play out. And evidently, that is what happened in this fight. Anybody who refereed this fight was in for a long night, because,
Yeah,
I mean, it was messy.
yeah,
So, but to your point, Kenny, and to the folks out there, you know, this is a fight where you, as a referee, earn your pay.
yes,
You definitely earn your pay in a fight
yes,
like this, because just about everything that is going to happen or can happen in a fight happened in this fight. Okay,
yes,
and so you just got to be knowledgeable of the rules, but you got to be, most importantly, knowledgeable enough to be confident and capable in how you bring about compliance with the rules of the game. And
yeah,
sometimes the flow of the fight will dictate what you do. And that's what
yeah,
happened in this fight. Okay.
yeah,
The flow of the fight, I think, had a big uh, 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 part of the referee doing his job. But the bottom line is, hey, you as a fighter, it's your job to go out there and either win or lose the fight.
yes,
And uh, and that's, I mean, that's just the bottom line, you know. And you do that based upon your talent and your ability. And so, as so often happens, when that's questioned, sometimes you want to throw the blame on somebody else, and
yeah,
that, unfortunately, is a tactic used by some fighters. I won't call any names,
right,
but some fighters more so than others.
yeah, yeah. Well, I personally thought that with what the referee had to deal with it, that he did an admirable job.
Hmm.
Like you said, letting the fight just play out is it was obvious that that's what was his thinking.
Hmm.
Um, Knockdown or not, uh, this takes me, and the reason why I did a tell of the tape before this discussion was, um, you know, Wilder, that he's the winner, and should he continue to fight or not? Well, if it's asked of me, that is totally Wilder's decision.
Yeah.
Um, um, when you've been in the game and worked your skills and got to the level that you got, if you're still being called as a fighter, you have the right to say, yes, I'll take the fight, or no, I will not. The, the,
Hmm.
the, the main thing that I look at when fighters start climbing up in age is how well they're able to protect themselves. Because that's where the serious damage eventually, uh, start affecting fighters.
Hmm.
And, and there was a part in the fight that Deontay got hurt in the later rounds, and he was able to survive it.
Hmm.
So we know that he still has a lot of heart in the game, and
Hmm.
still wants to, quote unquote, make that money, possibly get another title shot if he can,
Hmm.
and see where it takes him. Because the knockout punch, we know he still has.
Yeah.
The question is it still there?
Yeah.
We know he
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. The thing about, I look at this fight, and what I saw is exactly what it was. You have two guys who are, I'm trying to figure out the word. They're at a stage now where we used to call them trial horses.
Yeah,
For me, both of these guys are that. They've been around a long time. They fought some of the absolute best in the heavyweight division.
yeah,
Uh, But like you said, to continue on, just based upon this fight, it's my opinion that neither one of these guys would be uh, a serious threat to any of the top heavyweights out there today. Neither one of them would be a threat to any one of the top heavyweights out there. And uh, because of that, basically the only reason why they would be fighting would be as a bridge fight for one of the top heavyweights and therefore make a little money, you know.
Right.
Uh, and that's exactly where it would be, because I just don't see them, and certainly based upon this particular bout, uh, I don't see either one of them being capable of seriously challenging any
Yeah.
of the top heavyweights out there. The Joshuas or the Usyks or some of even the young ones coming up. It's Isama.
Yeah.
That young kid is a comer, man.
Yeah.
So I just don't see them being terribly competitive against some of the top people out there. And call us, by the way, you can call in and join our conversation. We'd love to hear from you. We'd like you to hit that like button, call in, make comments, and you can also subscribe to the official call.
And to end on this subject, and that's why it would be difficult for me to even pick an opponent for Wilder, because,
Yeah,
like you said, uh, safety is our business, and though we're out of the ring now, my mindset is still safety for
yeah,
for fighters, and uh, to put him with a fighter that could could literally do harm or hurt him seriously, I don't want to see. I
no,
don't. But if there's a fighter out there I remember Floyd Mayweather saying this after he fought Conor McGregor. You were a part of that fight, and he started doing the exhibitions. I remember where Mayweather saying, "I'm going to pick easy fights. I'm not going to get in there and be slugging and duking it out and end up like my Uncle Roger."
yeah, yeah,
Basically, what he said, and I don't have a problem with that.
no,
If if if
absolutely not.
if he can get in the ring and fight whoever he chooses to fight, and make an appearance fee or whatever he's making, I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
well, and and the thing about it is, we've been in this game a long time, and we both know that for a long time, boxers were getting the short end of the stick,
yeah,
and they were being shortchanged by promoters, and that has sort of lately changed, and so
yeah,
boxers are now getting an opportunity to make more money, either in exhibitions or cross competitions or
yes,
fighting the best. Uh, and
yes,
I don't have a problem with boxers who get in there and risk everything, their life included, getting in there and getting compensated properly
yeah,
for it. I have no problem with that.
yeah, yeah. Callers, you can call in at any time and join the conversation. The description is there down below. Just give us a ring. We'd love to have you on the show.
And what do you think, fellas out there? What do you think that Wilder should do? You think that he should continue to fight? Call in and let us know what you think.
Right. Very well said, Birdman. Okay, the next one we got up, and we're back to Tyson Fury. Um, uh, and if Tyson Fury was to fight this kid from Russia, um,
Yeah,
Oslandbeck,
yeah,
Makhmudov.
Yeah, yeah.
You give it a shot and let me laugh at you.
Makhmudov. Makhmudov. Yes. Makhmudov. That's what I'm calling him. That's what I'm going with anyway.
That's what you're going with.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this kid is 21-2 with 19 KOs.
Well,
21-2 with 19 KOs.
that's
And Tyson Fury, we've all seen him when he first took the title from Klitschko or one of the Klitschko's
mhm,
a few years back. He looked very impressive when he did, and then when he continued on with his trilogy
mhm,
against Wilder. The first fight was a draw, and then the second fight, which I did, um, the towel was actually thrown in because Wilder's corner felt that he was taking too much. I felt he was taking quite a bit myself, and the thought had crossed my mind that I was going to have to stop it at some point, but the,
mhm,
the corner did it before I did, and then the third fight was a war. Uh, Deontay Wilder had protested against his corner that he wanted to go out on his shield, and in that third fight, he went out on his shield.
yeah,
There were
yeah.
several knockdowns going both ways, and Tyson Fury got the best of it.
Yep. Yep.
So
Well, yeah, um, like you said, this young man, he's a big guy, six
yes,
foot six, 265 pounds. Uh, he's knocked out 19 of the 21 fights he's had.
yep,
13 of those knockout were in the first round.
yep,
So he has legitimate power. This
yes,
man does have some legitimate power. However, most of the so-called experts are really giving Wilder, I mean Fury, they're making Fury the favorite 96%. That's pretty solid. That's not giving the big man very much chance at all
right,
in this fight. So basically, and most of us know that this is a tune-up fight for Fury,
yeah,
and hopefully, uh, he's if he does well, and Anthony Joshua mentally is uh, okay from having been involved in that car crash and when the folks got his friends got killed,
yeah,
uh, and it's a huge fight. It's a fight that's been simmering for a long time,
yes,
especially in the UK because both of them are in the UK, and it's a fight that would fill Wembley Stadium. You can see the 100,000 people, uh, and
yes,
it's a fight, like I said, for the bragging rights of all the UK.
yeah,
Uh, so uh, I would think that Fury, a smart businessman that he is, uh, would take a fight that would be challenging to him, but that he felt that he could definitely win. And that's what the odds seem to be in this fight because the odds are Fury 96%, only giving the Makhmudov 4% to actually win the fight. So, uh, and we know though, however, this guy has 13 first round knockouts and 19 of his fights have ended by knockout. And you
yeah,
and I both know, Kenny, that Fury can be knocked down, you know,
yes,
but he also gets up. And when he gets up, he's competitive when he gets up. So
yes,
uh, we know that really, when all is said and done, this is really a tune up for the Joshua fight, which I think most people would want to see. It's a fight that's been simmering out there for a long time. And we'll see. But anyone that's 6'6", 265 pounds, and has enough power to stop, 13 of his people in the first round, you have to at least give him a shot.
You have to at least give him a shot. And you said something earlier about this is business. So I know that the Tyson Fury people would have to have looked this Russian over very, very close
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to know and have the security of Tyson Fury's ability that he can get in and take this guy out.
Yeah.
He may not knock him out in the third or fifth or whatever round, but we know he'll take him the distance.
Yes.
Uh, uh,
Absolutely.
uh, if anything, not unless this Russian kid has a soft chin, which we don't know, it's never been tested.
Yeah.
But whatever happens, and looking at it business wise, they've made that selection. Now they have to stay with that selection and hope, because Birdman, you've seen it like I've seen it, a fight that's going to lead you to the big one, and then you lose, and we've seen that happen
Yeah.
more than once.
Mm-hmm.
And now,
Especially among heavyweights.
especially among heavyweights, and you're derailed,
Mm-hmm.
and shucks, Joshua and Fury have been derailed
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
behind anticipation that they were going to win this fight, and now they're going to fight each other next, and it
Mm-hmm.
didn't happen.
Yeah. 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 But uh, the one thing with heavyweight fights is there's always the intrigue because one punch can turn everything around.
That's right.
Everything around.
Everything.
One punch can do that, and
Yeah.
that's the dynamic, and that's the calling card for heavyweight fights.
Yeah.
Because you
Exactly.
never know. You just never know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Callers again. We call in uh, at any time while we're discussing these fights. Uh, if you are in and you're listening, don't forget to hit the like. We'd love you to call in though and be a part of the conversation that we're having. And we've touched base on Deontay Wilder. We've touched base on Tyson Fury. We touched base on Caroline Dubois. We've touched on quite a bit. And because next and last, we're going to touch base on some welterweights. And the welterweights that I'm referring to is Conor Benn
Woo!
and Regis
Prograis.
Prograis.
Rougarou.
And
Yeah, Louisiana boy.
yes, and we know that with Conor Benn, he's got 24 wins, one loss, and we know that one loss is from Chris Eubanks
Yeah.
Jr. Uh, uh, they haven't fought a trilogy yet, but the first two fights, Eubanks won the first fight. Uh, uh, Conor Benn won the second fight, and not only did he win it in style, he knocked Chris Eubanks down twice in the 12th round, winning by an easy decision.
Yeah.
So personally, I think that Conor Benn is on a is on the upside of his career, believe it or not. And that momentum that he's got, if he can continue with it in the welterweight division, and we know about the welterweight division and how popular it is, he could really make a lot of noise.
Yeah. Well, I think that and I'm just being honest. Conor Benn is extremely talented young man, and he showed that in the second fight against Eubank. extremely talented young man, extremely confident young man, and I think that uh, should he fight Regis Prograis, who is Regis been around a while, former champion, uh, but I see Ben being a better boxer and certainly a stronger fighter of the two.
Yeah,
Because Regis will beat you up, but he ain't gonna knock you out too often. Uh,
yeah,
Ben, on the other hand, has the power and the powerful combination that can do that. And the thing that um, I think is sneaking in the background, and they're not talking about it, but the fight that a lot of people want to see, should Ben be successful, is Ben versus Shakur Stevenson,
yeah,
and that I think is one of the reasons I think that he picked Prograis, because Prograis is the boxer, so is Shakur. Uh, so he wanted to see, kind of get a taste of that. Um, and uh, Ben, much like Tyson Fury, according to the media people, is 90% favorite to win the fight. Uh, and that's pretty solid. That's pretty
yeah,
solid.
yeah,
And in this case, I don't know that it would be that high, but I think that um, him being the favorite uh, is not out of the realm of possibility.
yeah. Well, Regis, I mean, he's 33 with 33 wins with 30 wins of his 33 fights. So Regis, he ain't no pushover now. I mean,
No, oh no, oh no.
he, he's done a bit of dancing in the ring. When I did my research on him, uh, his three losses, I guess the one that well, I can't say was the worst loss because a loss is a loss. But he fought this kid Jack Catterall,
Hmm.
and apparently in that fight, Jack Catterall dropped and knocked Regis down a couple of times.
Yeah, you
Uh,
kept it was in the UK, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
I believe it was in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah.
So time will tell, like always.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Kenny has Conor Ben ever fought in the USA, or would
I
this
don't
be
think
his?
he has.
Okay, this would be his USA. Well, if it's not his USA debut, then it's something to set up him coming to the USA, making his USA debut. And because I think he had some promotional changes, he changed promoters, and I think a part of that was so that he could come to the USA and fight in the USA.
Yeah,
Uh, so I don't know where this fight is going to be, but this I think is probably a fight that is going to showcase Ben to the American public more so than the UK public, when they're
yeah,
very familiar with him over there, but
yeah,
not so much over here. So I think this is the fight that uh, really is to showcase Ben to the U.S. audience.
yeah. And if I could shout out to Nigel Benn Sr., uh,
Mm.
getting inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame uh,
Ah,
in June. So I
wow,
just like
great.
to, yeah, give a shout out to him. It's deserving. He's a warrior. If warrior being a warrior is selling him short, but we've known what he's done in the ring, and we just say congratulations to him.
Yes, and I second that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kenny, it looks like we've come to the end of the line here.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't give a prediction on the Regis Conor Benz fight, and I'm not saying that this is an easy pick, but from looking at what I've seen, uh, Connor, I would have to lean in his direction until he either gets slowed down or stopped.
Yeah.
But that would be my early prediction in reference to Connor and Regis, and but I'd say a goodwill to both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and I think you're on solid ground because most of the media people have said, they've given they had to fight 96% in favor of Ben
yeah,
as opposed to 4% for Regis. So you're in good company.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And to all you callers out there, see they got up on the screen a happy birthday to the bird man. And I
Yes,
like
sir.
And I just want to say thank you to all the callers out there. Really appreciate it. Uh, as much as we appreciate coming to you guys on live stream and through other things on our podcast. We
Yeah.
thank you and we welcome you. So continue to tune in, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And by the way, we also have merchandise. So tune in to the official call for all of that. And we'll see you next time.
And as always, and again, happy birthday to you, Birdman, and many more to follow. I sing happy birthday to you, but my voice
Uh,
is the best. But anyway, you take care. God bless you, brother. And this is ends our show. And you know how that show is always ended with remember what I say, you must obey.
well, Kenny, let's do this.